Chapter 1. The Return of the Diviner.
Zijin, although you are our daughter, we have raised Xiao Xuan for 15 years and have deep feelings for her. She's been brought up in wealth, unlike you, who have always endured hardships in the countryside. Thus, Xiao Xuan will remain the young mistress of the Ying family.
It's a bit unfair to you, but you're so kind-hearted. Imoen knows you definitely want mine. Don't worry, you won't miss out on anything you deserve.
What?
You want to go too? Are you joking? They're looking for socialites, and you can't even play a single piano piece. What's there for you to do but embarrass yourself?
In the dream were chaotic figures and a cacophony of voices. It took a few seconds for Ying Zijin to fully awaken.
Her long lashes fluttered, her eyes opened, and what came into view was a white hospital room filled with the smell of disinfectant lingering in her nostrils. Oh, you're awake?
A sarcastic voice came from above her head.
Thought you had died. Don't move. What are you moving for?
If the needle comes out, will you take responsibility?
A hand held her down, pinching her wound forcefully.
However, the girl showed no expression of pain. She flicked her wrist over, pressing that hand against the bedside table.
The person immediately shrieked in pain. Are you crazy?
Xiao Jin. There was another young woman in the ward, startled. She hurried over. This is Dr. Lu. He's not here to harm you. The girl turned her head, revealing a face so pale it was devoid of any color, looking wan and lacking in vitality chi spirit.
But upon closer inspection, her features were quite delicate, with beautiful phoenix-shaped eyes.
With a slight turn, a faint light passed over them. Their colors fleeting and ephemeral, having a strong bewitchment power. The woman's eyes flickered with concern. Xiao Jin, do you feel unwell anywhere else? The girl didn't speak, but her hand loosened. Dr. Lu massaged his wrist as he stepped back, scolding. Indeed, an uneducated ingrate. Ying Zijin lifted her gaze, her narrow phoenix eyes still moist with dew.
Her voice, hoarse from just having woken up, had an added touch of hazy coldness. Sorry, just woke up. I thought I was being bitten by a dog. Dr. Lu's face changed. You, all right. Xiao Jin has already apologized. Let's not fight, the woman said, trying to calm the situation, her expression filled with self-reproach. Xiao Jin, I'm sorry. If it wasn't for my illness, there was no need for you to give a blood transfusion.
I didn't expect that it would cause you to faint.
She got what she deserved, Dr. Lu said with disgust. Is it she just the foster daughter your Ying family took in out of pity? Do you really need to go to trouble of finding me to help her recuperate?
The woman sighed. Xiao Jin has suffered too much. How can she compare to Xi Xuan? She cannot compare. Dr. Lu now laughed scornfully. I've heard from my brother that she is second in her grade, not like a certain ingrate who got into the elite class by paying money, trailing behind by over 300 points though the penultimate one. Truly embarrassing. The woman frowned. Don't say that. Xiao Jin was the top student in her previous middle school. Dr. Lu sneered. A top student from a county town who can't even get into a second-tier university. However, the conversation between the two didn't affect Ying Zijin at all. She glanced casually at the woman, and a name surfaced in her mind. Ying Luzai.
Her younger aunt, 25 years old this year, Shanghai City's #1 socialite and a famous pianist in Hui country. Due to a genetic mutation, Ying Luzai had a rare condition of hemophilia. This disorder meant a patient's wounds would bleed continuously and struggle to heal. Furthermore, her blood type was the extremely rare runnel, very difficult to match, and until now, there was no complete cure. Ying Zijin glanced at her delicate wrist, so thin that even the veins were visible, and gave a listless tisk. She had died in the spirit cultivation world. Yet here she was again on Earth, at the same place she had once visited. After a slumber of nearly 17 years, her consciousness and memory were now fully awakened. Her name remained Ying Zijin, a name that had been with her for a long time, and now she was no longer the divine calculator of the world from the spirit cultivation world, who could determine life and death with a single divination and perceive fortunes and calamities with a glance. The current her was a foster daughter of the Ying family, who was unfit to be presented in public, and Ying Lui's personal living blood bank, available at a moment's call. Her recent fainting spell was due to Ying Lui's injury. She had her blood forcibly drawn numerous times over the past few days, without any chance of resistance. What exactly happened at that time?
Dr. Lu looked at Ying Luzai. Ho pushed you down. You were there. Did you see anything? The last question was directed at the girl.
Seeing her motionless, Dr. Lu's anger surged. I'm asking you, have you gone mute?